batteries your phone got?
Oh, plenty.
All right, cool. You can charge it after.
Plenty can.
So yeah, we were talking about dogs and shit. Jackson just got here, so he's gonna hop in. He just send me the voice memo after. I'll just chuck it in, so it'll be cool.
You know, we were overall, the conversation we were having is if you were to be an animal, like if you
it started with that.
Yeah, it started with that.
Reincarnation.
Alright, so what's that?
Yeah, reincarnation. So like I not to say like I believe in reincarnation, but like when I think about it, I said if you were to be an animal, what would you go for?
Oh wait, do a clap real quick. Quiet. Okay.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So like if you were to be an animal, and also you said you said his name was Jackson?
Jackson.
We have Jackson over here. You know, he's gonna hop on here and tell us what he thinks about
Cha-cha.
what animal he would be reincarnated to.
So what animal would I be? I've always thought it'd be cool to be a cheetah.
A cheetah.
Fucking A, dude. That's a cool animal.
Like,
But dude, I just saw a video of a gator eating the shit out of a
dude,
cheetah,
the problem
bro.
with a cheetah though is you can't retract your claws, and they can overheat. So then it's got me thinking, you know, maybe like a jaguar, because a jaguar.
Damn,
can
he's
carry
thought
up
of
to,
this
like,
already.
No, listen, a
way ahead of
jaguar
us.
can carry like 5 times its weight up a tree, dude.
Dude,
what I'm
jags
saying.
are the biggest, I think, out of that family. Like, because there's
Yeah.
cheetahs, leopards, and jags, and they all, like they
Yeah.
look the same. But I think leopards are like the tiniest out of all of them.
Well, dude, cheetahs are like, I mean, fat. They're super fast, dude.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
They've like
70
had them
miles an
recorded
hour
like
or some shit.
70 miles an hour.
Yeah,
But jaguars are like.
dude, we were talking about
Jaguars
dogs.
kill gators too, dude.
No, I've seen a jag eat a gator, like a little one. But
Damn.
I literally just saw a video of a gator like just snagging a cheetah and ripping it into
What
the
were
water, and
y'all's
it was gone.
answers?
Well, like
He was gonna be a dog.
Well, this was the premise for that, because the dog, my girlfriend's dog, is like not really like doing anything but just lay down, and he's a big boy. But
Yeah.
like you wouldn't think that.
Spoiled.
Yeah, spoiled, but like
Our dogs too.
Yeah, so like, but he was mostly there as I would mostly like a support dog. Let's just put it that way. But I told him, I'm just like, the reason I say a dog, and I forgot to add that little tag to it, I would be a dog in America, just
Oh,
because
yeah.
they have the freaking best life
Dogs
ever.
in America have better treatment than some people in America.
Exactly, and
Yeah.
that's the end point that I was gonna get to.
But then we started talking about cats. 'Cause,
Yeah.
like
well,
cats can fuck off. Like,
I don't like cats, bro.
I like cats.
He said he could see me as a cat, and at first I thought I was like, "What? He see me as a cat person?" But then he started explaining this, like, "Yeah, I probably would be a cat, just because, like you said, I'm not bound by anything.
Might be a lab.
You know, no,
You're nice, you know.
I don't know, man. I have good days and bad days, and
You thinking more like Rottweiler, like crazy?
I love Rottweilers now.
They're beautiful.
There's like if
dogs.
that's the dog we wanted to get a second dog, and a Rottweiler.
Bro, fuck that.
I know, like screw that. I'm
Can't
missing.
handle the goddamn first one.
Well, my thing is we don't have enough time for the one we got right now.
Dude, just getting a dog and knowing how you would train it, like those two might fight.
That's
You know what I'm
true.
saying?
I don't think
No.
so.
You don't
not
think so?
pretty.
In
No.
well, it definitely gonna be the beta bitch.
Yeah.
Dude,
well,
being a big dog like that too, it'd be a scary fight, bro.
well, like it would most certainly be a Rottweiler or something in that family.
I like
Or-
huskies.
I don't like huskies.
They
personally.
molt, I guess, a lot. Or is it molt the word? Shed.
Yeah, shed.
Molting is
They
chickens,
shed.
I think.
What are you talking about, a lizard?
Huskies to me is a no-no, and I think the reason why is because a lot of people that I've seen own a husky don't train them right.
Oh, really?
They're very strong-minded.
They're
dogs.
runners,
Insanely
bro.
hyper too, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's insanely hyper, very strong-minded dogs, and if you don't have an owner that's like do this and they don't respect that person, they're just doing whatever the freak they want.
You got to alpha that.
Yeah,
fucking
exactly,
shit,
because
dude.
they come from wolves. Like
Yeah.
closest thing to wolf that you can have in your house. You
That's
know?
crazy.
So like you got to alpha the crap out of them, and I think not even greyhounds, but like
Great Danes.
shortbread.
Short.
You talking about German?
Yeah,
German
Shepherds.
Yeah, German
Yeah.
They're
Shepherd.
very strong-minded
Dude.
too.
Like I see these in my neighborhood, like these two kids. I see them walking these German shepherds, and they bark at anything that comes near those kids. I'm just like, dude.
Fuck them kids.
They're like,
I thought Dobermans are too.
dude.
Dobermans. Yeah, that's
I-
right. They're the pointy-eared
Yeah,
fucking
dude,
ones.
Dobermans are scary.
so
like
pretty,
pincers.
though, dude.
Doberman pincher,
No,
pinchers.
No, check it out. So if like Conor McGregor was Brock Lesnar, like in a different division, a Doberman Pinscher is just a Rottweiler in lightweight division. You know what
True
I'm saying?
tang, true tang.
Like they look exactly
do look the
like
same.
those dogs
Yeah.
without as much skin.
I
and they're
know.
not as bulky.
Yeah, dude. Like I saw a picture of this Doberman just like sitting on top of like the staircase and just looking down. Dude, can you imagine? I'm thinking majestic, yeah, but can you imagine coming into a house and you just see
just
a dog
two
that
of them looking down with
just
red eyes.
seeing a dog that's just sitting there just looking.
You'd immediately shit your pants.
Oh my god!
And then
I'll be
probably
like,
start
just,
crying.
I'm like just gone with the wind immediately. I'm just
Bro, I
like,
always like wondered like in movies, like if there was a dog like chasing, not even chasing me down, like attacking me, running at me, I would
fight
fucking
it.
punch the
I would fight
shit
the-
out of
Oh, hell
that
yeah.
dog midair. I
yeah.
would Superman
Yeah.
fucking
Just
that
swing,
shit.
dude.
It's just-
Everyone freaks out and
Yeah.
runs away. Bro, fuck that thing up. It'll stop.
like,
Maybe, I don't know, dude.
it's
Some
just
pit bulls
There are
crazy,
there
bro.
are some dogs that like a pit bull like trained to dog fight may fuck you up. Yeah, but it's
Oh yeah, but like a normal dog
dog attacking me.
a
I'm
border
gonna
collie
punch
or
the
something.
shit out of that
Flat.
fucking thing
like
right in the nose.
Like in those horror movies, and like say they got dogs, like go fetch, man, sick 'em. I'm just like, bro, we fighting. Bro.
yeah, you don't
Well, that's
do
what they
this.
the sharks too. Like they say, you know, sometimes like if you can hit a shark in the nose.
Yeah, like,
yeah.
That's
I mean, I don't
if
know
you.
who's gonna
That's
think
if you
that.
see.
Yeah,
it coming.
right,
A
right.
shark in the nose.
That's if you
know?
That's a
see it coming.
situational thing.
I see, dude, and that's the other point I was gonna make. Like, that's another reason why me and water is just like, just because
Why is
like,
that?
like when I think about the ocean, it's just one. It's big as hell, of
I'm
course.
scared. Yeah, I'm scared of what's in it though.
Exactly. Like every time people are like, oh, whales, just majestic. I'm just like, no, I don't think about majestic. I think about me in that water, going down and seeing a whale's mouth just doing like
Yeah,
this,
bruh.
just opening up and then just swallowing my ass up like Pinocchio or
Thinking
whatever.
I'm some kelp
Bro.
or some shit. Like I'm like that thing's bigger than my boat. Holy shit!
You know what I mean?
Bro, what worries me is that like the ocean, not it's so vast. It's not even what's in it. Like the current.
Yeah.
Like we'll pull you out.
Yeah, like
Oh, yeah,
smallest
yeah.
stuff like that, you know, like just to that very like
And how are they
basic
gonna find
aspect.
you?
Exactly. You know, it's just like to that
Yeah, you're
very.
fucked.
They still haven't found that chick from Glee. Did they find her?
I don't know. I heard
Glee.
DJ Khaled also got lost in the ocean.
happened?
And he Snapchatted the whole fucking thing, I guess.
He did. No, I do remember. I think I
yeah,
do
I'm
remember
gonna have to
that.
watch that later.
No, there's
That's
a
fucking
A lady from Glee got lost at sea.
no. She died.
Really? Did she?
Yeah, the Santana girl.
I don't
in
know
Glee.
shit about Glee, man.
The Latina chick in Glee.
I ain't never seen it.
Damn, bro.
Oh, guys.
The Latina. They went at sea. Her and her son, and they didn't find her. A boat just came through and saw the kid in the boat by himself. He's like, "Mommy went in the water, never came back."
No way.
Damn.
Yeah.
Dude, that kid's gonna be like.
No.
He's
Let me.
gonna have some things.
The fuck she doing in the water?
I think it was a holiday. It was like a recent holiday. I think either Memorial Day or something weekend. Yeah, dude, I saw that shit and I was just like, yo,
That's fucked.
yeah. That's what like me in the water, like, no, and and also has to do with my swimming skills. Like I can swim, but like just knowing that if I want to take a rest, I can't because I can't float.
Dude,
You know, like
and stuff is under you.
yeah, exactly.
That's what scares me.
I mean, it's
What's
freaking the
under
crap
me?
out of me. You know, so,
Dude,
like,
Dude,
Let me
great
t-
whites come up from the
Let
bottom.
me tell you something, bro. Check this out. So you know, like tubing, right?
Yeah.
You go tubing, wakeboarding, and whatnot, like in a lake. You know, you get thrown off. You're just in your life jacket in the water, waiting on the boat to circle back, and it's
Cha-cha.
like fine. You know, maybe a snake could bite you, but what snake's gonna be out in the middle of the lake? I did
Water
that in
moccasin.
yeah. Well, 6 feet underwater. But
Oh.
I did that in the back bay of the Gulf, and I didn't get thrown off. The tube was dry rotted, and in a turn, the handle snapped.
Oh shit.
So I just skipped across the water, and I was just sitting there wading, and I started thinking, dude, there's like alligators and sharks in this bay.
Oh, this was was this in Mississippi in the
It was
Gulf
in-
area?
It was in Orange Beach.
Cali?
No.
Florida?
Yeah, no, like Gulf Shores.
yeah, so yeah, no, Alabama, yeah, go.
Bro, it was so scary. Think just like you were saying, just being in the water.
Yeah.
I mean, it was calm. There was no current, but thinking about
All of a
like,
sudden,
what's in there.
Yeah, it's just like
bro.
just that thought, and like because we even went we went to our lake here. There's probably nothing in the water, but it's just like I just rather go to the pool, man. Just
It's
put
not, it's not
Yeah, I
knowing,
gotcha.
man.
yeah, it's just like just put me in the pool, I'll be fine. But when you put me in a body of water that has no limits, and like if I sink, it's just I'm like, yeah, and I need to know that I'm touching.
Well, I mean,
them.
when you're on a boat, you're wearing a
see,
life
though.
jacket.
That's if
you were
you-
probably wearing a life jacket, I hope.
Yeah, I was. But
Yeah.
but the problem is like in a pool you can see the bottom.
Exactly.
That's my thing. Is
Yeah.
I can just kind of be like, don't even think about it, just do it. And
Yeah,
that can
exactly.
be fine. But
Exactly.
it's like I'm always having to consciously not think about
Exactly.
what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I can't legitimately have fun if I'm on a boat in water. Like I'll have fun on the boat, but in the water I'm just like, oh, okay, yeah, don't touch me. Don't fucking
Dude, and then there's that whole other thing of being on a boat in the ocean.
Yeah.
And even in the boat, it's scary.
Yeah. Exactly. It's just like it's one of those things where it's just like, but
Sure.
this is the chick that from Glee that like yeah
Took
she,
off.
Died in the water.
yeah, she died in the water.
Dude, that's terrible.
I think they did find her
What
body.
a way to go.
Dude,
It
that's-
sucked, man. In
drowning.
July 8th, yeah.
You know, it's actually not as violent as you would think. Like most people
Yeah, that's what
pass
the
out.
fucking Hugh Jackman said in The Prestige too. Until he said like, no, it is very violent and sucks.
Yeah,
Well, I mean,
having
so-
your lungs fill up with water, like
Yeah,
that's
I
the
can
word.
imagine.
To me,
Well, so-
I don't even want to think
It's
about
suffocating.
that. Yeah,
So part of my dad's military training is they have to experience being on the brink of drowning.
Mm-hmm.
And he said at that point, he said it's terrible up until then. He said, but typically people pass out before they drown. It's not like people pass out before they inhale water.
yeah.
Sometimes,
So,
because they would, when they weren't on deployments, they would also, like a lot of the Harrier jets would crash in the Atlantic, and his team would go out and recover the black box, and also
Yeah.
look for survivors or whatever.
Yeah,
like the
interesting.
victims or whatever.
You saw Casino Royale, right?
Yeah.
With James Bond. Like
I need to finish
chick
that
who-
first one too.
The chick who drowns at the end, she actually replicated that extremely well. Because like when you lose, she lost
Wait, I think I remember
all the water or the air blew out, and then she goes like underwater. I'm like, that's exactly what would happen because you'd be freaking out. You'd start breathing in, but water would go in, and then
That's it.
you're just gone. I was like, damn, dude, that was actually probably the most accurate representation of drowning I've ever
I
seen in
never
a
would've
movie. No, not at all, dude. Dude, go ahead.
Would you? This is a stupid question.
No,
but
it's
for
fine.
the sake of asking, I already know what I'd choose. Would you rather catch on fire and burn to death or drown? I'm thinking.
I
drown.
hate these
I'm a
questions,
drown,
dude.
bro.
When we playing that with you,
I think
Courtney
we
and I.
did.
Go at the drown.
My
No,
girl-
it was to go blind or go deaf.
So
I
like
think
my
what it
girlfriend and I
was.
do this thing. We do a lot of would you rather. So like this is kind of that's on par with that, but we get like very nasty in terms of like the shit that we would eat.
Oh, yeah.
So we got very nasty with that. But would I rather go on fire, or would I rather suffocate? You know, I think I'd probably go with suffocation, personally, just from water, just because like
That would suck too.
I don't know, man.
Well, I mean, at least you get an open casket.
yeah.
You know, if you're
Right.
burned, you're toasty. But like the thing is, you may not even feel the burn because
Yeah.
like it fries all your nerves, and you suffocate also because there's no oxygen. The fire's eating the oxygen.
You know what though? Think about this. So like, obviously, it's human instinct to like hold your breath underwater.
Yeah.
No one's probably ever done this, but like if you knew that you were gonna drown and you just went, like, would you immediately pass out or would it hurt real bad?
It probably hurt.
You know, like if you just inhaled as hard as you could,
Honestly, don't know.
I don't know.
if you just started breathing, you know what I mean?
Damn.
To save yourself like that time. That was a weird thought.
That's why I don't like that claustrophobic type watery areas you see, and they're like
Yeah.
against the fucking like
ice or
rock
whatever.
the ice.
Yeah.
That shit freaks me the fuck
You just
out because it's right there.
Oh, bro. Last
Fuck
question.
this
okay?
ice.
For the viewers, last question. You said some would you rathers. This is a good one. This is a really good one. It's not bad. It's just bad enough, but it's not bad.
Sounds bad.
Check it out. Check it out. Would you rather have sex with a goat, but no one know it? Like no one's ever gonna.
I think you asked me this before.
I have.
The people he meets.
right, listen.
Would you rather?
Would you rather fucking go to not know
All right,
and nobody
bro.
know it?
All right, there's you getting with a goat, but nobody's gonna know it. And they'll never find out. Or you don't get with a goat, but everyone thinks you did, and there's no convincing them otherwise.
Somebody asked me that before. It might have been you.
But I'm getting with that goat.
You can. I'm not.
I think I'd have to, bro. I mean, I don't want nobody thinking I'm some kind of weirdo.
I mean, like, I don't know, man.
I'm not fucking.
I probably go. I probably go with him and just like I'll deal with the clapback because like personally knowing that I don't know, like it.
Well, that is bestiality.
Wait.
That's weird.
No, you're the one fucking the goat.
I'm rethinking it now. You jerk.
That's
Don't
weird.
call me out. I'm rethinking it. I'm rethinking my answer now.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely not going the route of actually doing it. But because here's the thing, no one may know then, but they may know later. So like you still ended up fucking the goat. And then people still may know later.
What if you got a disease or something?
Yeah. See, with us, they may forget about it.
Yeah,
and we already know we didn't fucking
Exactly.
go. But we know that you fucked a goat.
But
I'm
it's
just
cool
that
though.
weirdo.
No, it's cool. No, it's cool. Like,
It's fun.
I
Yeah.
just always thought I heard that one time and I was like, wow, that's actually really good. I don't know.
But you answered pretty quick.
Yeah, I know.
Well, but in this hypothetical land,
he's gonna rethink it.
Yeah,
in,
you
that-
gotta
in this
rethink it, of
hypothetical land
course.
of not knowing, no one would ever find out though.
I'm still not fucking a goat, bro.
It's okay. No one will find out.
I'm comfy with myself. I don't care if my
Whatever, dude.
neighbor thinks I fucked a goat. I don't
Whatever,
give a
bro.
fuck.
Whatever.
I could just start like, oh, I heard you fucked a dog. No, but I didn't fuck a dog. That's what
It
I
was
heard.
a goat, bro. It was a goat.
Yeah, I know.
He's like, get it straight.
But I'm saying them. I could just make something up for them and start fucking with them. Anyone I see. Well, I heard you fucked a sheep. I don't
Something.
know.
Dude. I mean, people do goat yoga. That's one step closer.
Dude,
The
like,
fuck is goat yoga?
Oh,
You've never
dude.
heard of that?
Goat yoga. I almost did it.
I've never
Really?
heard. I've never done it, but apparently, like baby goats stand on your back while you do yoga.
Yeah, what is the yoga? And if they pee on you, I think you get something. There's a price
Who
you
the
get.
fuck thinks of this shit?
Wait, what do you mean?
Like if while they're on you, they either like defecate or piss on you while they're doing yoga. While you're doing yoga with them on you, I think you get a shirt or so. I don't know.
Ugh.
That's stupid.
Goat yoga. I mean,
People get rich and then figure out weird ways to have fun.
well, they do goat yoga in Nashville, in Hendersonville.
I know.
I mean, just like I almost did it.
Man.
Almost, dude. I gotta try shit out. You know what I mean?
I guess.
Oh, so you're gonna let a goat
I
piss on you,
guess.
but you get mad at me for the hypothetical sex
I'm going
with a
there.
goat.
I'm going for the yoga. Like the yoga. The goat just happens to be
I
there.
see. Are you from Hendersonville?
No, I'm not. But I live nearby, so it might as well say yes.
Where do you live at?
Donaldson.
That's
He's
awesome.
by
man.
Opryland.
Yeah, by
Oh,
Opry.
I got you. So
Yeah.
I used to live in Hendersonville for like 6 years.
Oh, nice. How'd you like it?
I liked it, dude. So I'm from South Mississippi, so that was
Okay.
like, I've been here like 13 years.
Okay.
I'm 21. I moved when I was 8.
Nice.
I think that math adds up.
Okay. Yeah. it
But
does.
I lived there for like 6 years, and
Okay.
it's like that's where I like first basically grew up in Tennessee. Now
Okay.
I live in Franklin, but
Okay. Yeah. Hendersonville's cool. Like I said, it's its own little thing, and I think things are relatively. I don't want to say the price is the same everywhere, but gas prices is kind of how I can over like narrow down an area.
oh yeah,
So it's like you come here, the price of gas is like $1.99. Where I'm at, it's like $1.80, $1.70. You know, so it's just like
but when I'm in Franklin,
you're probably in a 207.
Sucks in Franklin.
Yeah, like I never get gas over there unless I really need to.
dude,
so,
I know.
so like that's really how I gauge a neighborhood.
Yeah.
And it's like, what's the gas price here? Yeah, no.
No, bro.
But I almost actually I almost got the house I'm living in. I almost got it in Hendersonville.
Really?
But like the house market there for the price that I was willing to pay, it just didn't. I didn't get a lot of the amenities that I wanted. A lot of stuff. People wanted a lot more money for what they had to offer, even though the houses were, like more separated and secluded, not so much like neighborhoody.
Yeah.
Where like it's like this, but the neighborhood that I'm in, man, it's
Probably
just
because Johnny Cash lived up there.
yeah.
So they
maybe.
got like a,
Well, dude, it's
I
booming
think Taylor
right
Swift
now,
is
bro.
from up there too.
It is booming.
It
right
is
Really?
a lot of
Yeah.
people
In Hendersonville?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like housing prices and shit?
Well, just in
like
general,
a bunch of people
construction.
moving. Well, like 100 new families moved to Nashville every day. I think even close to that still in the pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
But
I still feel like that's a lot.
like
But what do I
Hendersonville,
know?
dude. I mean,
That's what-
I used to when I lived there. There wasn't really a lot of traffic or whatever. I mean, now,
good.
dude, I'll be going to Hendersonville. My brother lives there,
Yeah.
and
Man, you're doing a heck of a trip going from Franklin to
I know,
Hendersonville.
dude. I used to live in
Dang.
Leapers
Is that like
Fork,
40 minutes?
dude. And I
50
used
minutes?
to commute to Nashville every day.
Dang.
Yeah, I was signed to Warner for like 4 years.
Dang.
So I would go there every day.
Mhm.
But when I'm in Hendersonville now, dude, there's like traffic. It's crazy.
Weird.
It's
I
wild.
wonder if it'll be like the next Franklin or something.
They're working on it.
Is there like a downtown there?
Yeah.
do.
Well,
They
there's like
do?
I don't know if there's a square, but you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of something kind of like a Cool Springs or Brentwood is what Hendersonville's trying to go for.
To me, it's definitely suburbs. And when I think Hendersonville, I think suburbs.
Cha-cha.
And they're trying to make it into its own little area, like kind of just come up like Nashville. Of course,
gotcha.
you're not going to beat Nashville when you have it here, but it's
You
going
don't
to.
have to, as long as you're doing your own thing. Like Franklin does its own thing. Franklin reminds me of Saratoga back home. It looks exactly the same. You know, they call it the city in the country back home.
Yeah.
It's kind of like how Franklin is.
Yeah, I
It's
feel like
quite.
is Franklin considered a suburb?
I
me it
consider
is.
it
I
a
mean,
suburb.
technically, what is a suburb? Like just a town outside of a city?
Yeah, it's
Pretty
like
much.
a
You're kind of just within its, not the metropolitan area, but like, I feel like if it's in the same county, you're probably considered a
I
suburb.
think
of
Franklin's
it.
bigger than Nashville.
No. Nashville's like I think it's number one now. I think it just passed Memphis for like 800,000 fucking people.
No, I mean like land-wise.
Oh.
Because Williamson
that I
County
don't
is
know.
huge, dude.
I mean, Franklin
Is it in
definitely.
Williamson County?
It's
Yeah,
giant.
Williamson
Yeah.
County is huge.
It's giant.
Just looking at that county, because I was considering that one too,
Massive, bro.
but I ain't got the coins for that. So I'm just like, yeah, I'm gonna take my coins somewhere else. But it's the school district there is good too, and that's probably was the other biggest thing. But
Do you have children?
no, but I'm thinking that's how far ahead I'm thinking.
Heck yeah, dude.
It looks like the same size as Davidson. Like it's big, but unless this is a
I
fuck
think it's
off
bigger,
picture,
bro. I'm pretty sure it's bigger.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I said, it's right around the same size.
Let me see one more time. Let me see Sumner.
Sumner County ain't
Where
that.
is where is Sumner?
Sumner should be up top north.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah, I used to live in Sumner.
It's like I said, it's nice. I like the water. That's why I really almost moved there, just to be closer to the water. Just
Oh,
because
Sumner County.
Oh,
Yeah.
Chatham County.
I've always wanted to. I like that lake house vibe, even though it's not really a lake. But I kind of just like being near a body of water.
It's just pretty, dude. Like
It
the
is.
sun.
Yeah, it's like very, very relaxing. They got that little area with the bridge. You can just go in
Yeah.
that park by the water.
And like little gazebos.
Yeah.
You even get a little like wind draft.
Exactly. It's just like you just go there and just hang out. It's just, I really was digging it. But in terms of like having him, for instance, come over, like where I live at right now is probably on the borderline of how far he would drive to come see me.
Mm-hmm.
And not saying like, but I did take that into consideration, because of how remote I want to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nashville's number one with pop right now.
Yeah.
We like just passed Memphis.
A million?
Memphis, I thought was 800,000. They went down to 650.
Dude,
Yeah.
Memphis
A
is,
lot of people from Memphis moving here though.
Dude, I'm
Yeah.
saying, bro.
A lot of people from Memphis
It's
moving
'cause
here.
there's nothing in Memphis.
I hadn't been to Memphis a lot. I mean, I got family like 45 minutes south.
Yeah.
North
Right.
Mississippi. But
Memphis
I would
is
love
nice.
to go there. I just hear it's
I'm just a
fucking
little
dangerous
scared.
and
No,
shit.
Memphis is nice. I've been there. Like I said, it's a little desolate, just because.
I heard it's desolate as
Yeah.
Probably
fuck.
where you go. You probably have to, like any city.
Dude, I
you
hear
know.
Beale Street's even fucking sketchy.
Well, dude, I heard that like 1 in 19 people in Nashville are like victim to a crime.
Really?
Yeah, like Nashville's not as safe as like I thought it was.
I don't know. Maybe I don't go out anymore.
Maybe, I don't know. I mean, there are bad areas, but
Like,
like,
apparently
they're
Nashville-
gentrifying like a motherfucker here.
Yeah.
Like Nashville's not even on the top safest cities. don't
I wouldn't think so. I mean, for the aspirations that we have as a
Yeah, look
as
at
a
it and
state.
see. Because I know Memphis and obviously like places like St. Louis or whatever aren't the
It's on a
best.
different level.
When I tell you that the one place I didn't feel safe at is St. Louis, man. St. Louis downtown, fuck me, man. It's just like some shady character down there. Like
Like Memphis is up there
Like,
for
Yeah.
like the most
Memphis,
dangerous.
I was out there in Memphis. Like I was fine. We went down to their strip. Their strip is kind of small though. It's not Nashville.
This was August 14th. USA Today Travel. Dude, Chattanooga's on here.
Huh.
For
Chattown.
Chattanooga, Tennessee.
For danger,
Number 24, yeah.
it's probably for sex trafficking.
Oh, yeah.
Nashville's really bad about that.
I fucking heard that.
Because 65 and 40, you
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
like that interstate that goes towards Memphis goes all the way to like South Texas.
There's just like more access, I guess.
Yeah, and then 65 goes like way up north.
Yeah, 65 take you all the way to fucking New York, really.
That's crazy.
Actually, no, 65. No, I'm thinking. Sorry.
25
Did you
is
grow up in
Beaumont, Texas.
No, I did not. I grew up in Ivory Coast in Africa. Born
Where?
and raised.
Africa.
Africa.
That's awesome, dude.
Côte d'Ivoire.
Then I moved.
I notice a little bit every now and then.
Yeah, every now and then there's a few words I get tripped on, which like actually for the first time when I got because now I work with Postmates. Prior to this, I used to like tour a good bit.
Yeah.
But this one lady called and she's like, "You're probably one of the only person I can understand on the phone because you don't have an accent." I'm just like, "Well, I'll take
Dude,
it."
Nashville is on here. Shit.
What's the
Really?
number?
Yeah, number 17.
Damn.
Crazy.
Interesting.
Wait, so when did you come to America?
2010.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Bro. That's really cool.
I came here because my mom's side of the family is from North Carolina. So that's where I always will rep North Carolina before anything. Just 'cause,
North Carolina.
yeah.
Come
Even
on,
I started watching this show, which feel sad that I'm even owning up to
What's
it.
it called?
But it's just like a TV show, like competition, like MTV, whatever. But it's like it's called like Are You the One?
Yeah.
And like the concept is like there's 10 dudes, 10 chicks in the house, and then amongst them, your perfect matches in
That
the
sounds
house.
like you, Terrence.
Yeah. It's like your matches in the house, and you need to find them. And it's just interesting. I think I know it's a show, and like all that stuff is like figured out. Okay, well, you're gonna talk to this person, whatever. So when I watch shows like that, I'm always just thinking about what's happening in the background. Just because seeing production in general and just thinking about MTV.
You kind of just turn your brain off, too.
And exactly. It's kind of just like, I don't want to think about what shot they're using. And I don't necessarily want to stay down and watch Desperate Housewives of Atlanta. That to me doesn't interest me. But that to me, it's just like, okay.
You watch a lot of like shit I would never watch.
Yeah, I do. But then here's the
watch.
thing, though. He wouldn't watch the shit, but like, I'll try stuff and sometimes I'll reel him in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like, I'll be like, dude, you need to try this. I'm
like,
like,
let me tell you something, Terrence. I called my cousin some dirty names for telling me he liked this one show called Vampire Diaries. And I was like, wow.
Oh my God.
I was like, are you
into it
do
now?
you like boys or something? Like, are you a girl?
He
No,
loves
hey,
the show now.
I love everybody. But
He loves the show.
But listen, I watched one episode of that show.
He's a
and I'm like,
believer.
Son of a bitch. I love
Damn,
this
they
show.
hooked me.
It's
He's
like
a
my
believer.
favorite show now.
Exactly. No, like
Damn.
Vampire Diaries was good because I used to watch it.
Really?
Then I switched to True Blood because they had more sex in it.
Oh,
True Blood
you
was
see what
cool.
I'm
I
saying?
fucked with True
But it's
Blood.
like, Vampire Diaries is marketed, like, the way they market those shows and run, like, the commercials for them are not representative of what the shows are actually like. So they market it like, these, like, these, guys and these, create, like, this like, high school love shit.
Sure.
But it's actually got depth to it, which
Yeah.
I didn't realize until I'd watched. It's like Twilight. People shit on Twilight. I
Yeah.
love Twilight, dude.
It's all right. I didn't really get into it.
I didn't like the actress in there. What's her name?
Oh,
Kirsten,
Kristen
but-
Stewart.
Stewart, yeah.
I saw it on the
It was
movie.
just the whole movie was just awkwardness. I
I
fucking
know what
hate
you
that
mean,
shit.
but
Courtney
Vampire.
loved it.
Dude,
Dude,
I hate
I'd be a
it.
vampire right now, bro.
I don't know.
I'd definitely be Team Werewolf, but yeah.
You into the Supernatural?
What you mean?
The show
The show?
Supernatural?
Nah.
I fuck with Supernatural.
I still got to get
When
into
I
it.
had the
There's like what,
surgery,
10?
dude?
There's like 10 seasons.
Dude,
of
there's
this shit.
More like
Yeah,
15 or
exactly.
some shit. They're on their finale.
Yeah.
Because I think they hate
They're just
each
now
other.
in the finale?
Yeah.
Me, man.
I watched like 12 seasons in a row after surgery. I just fucking went hard on
I
it.
remember.
I'll tell you. Listen, best show I've ever seen in my life.
What
okay?
season you on?
No. This is a different show.
Oh, okay.
Best show I've ever seen in my life. All American. If you've not seen All American, it's based on true events.
Okay.
It's about this kid. He's grew up in. It's not Compton, but it's Crenshaw.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a Compton type area. It's just a low income, like gang ridden area in Southern California, like in LA. And it's about him. He's a wide receiver, and also plays a defensive position.
Okay.
And it's basically the story of how this dude, came out of that area, and the troubles he
wanting to come
dealt
up.
with.
Yeah.
Sure.
Dude, and it's sick. Like I watched, like the first time I watched the show, 45-minute episodes, I watched like 7 episodes in a row.
Dang. Hooked you, huh?
Yeah.
Is it like a documentary or is it an actually story?
Well, it's like, it's like there's, of course, it's like whenever something's based on true events, there's also fiction for Hollywood, whatever.
Yeah.
And there's
Yeah.
like fiction and whatnot, like it's a TV series.
Yeah.
But dude, it's like one of the best TV series I've ever
Interesting.
seen.
Interesting.
The one that I did like, Last Chance You. Remember when Shane was living here?
Yeah, Shane was really into that
Yeah,
shit.
Last
I never
Chance
really
You.
did.
I got into it. It's just like I guess it's university. What's he in Mississippi?
Ole Miss, right? You say University of Mississippi?
The show, I think the school that like has a show named after it. It's called like Last Chance University, which is Last Chance U.
Yeah.
And it's on Netflix. And the school that's kind of just like jump started that whole season is a school in Mississippi. But I think it's a community college that's like really big on football, and like they kind of just trying to get into the championship and all that stuff. So I don't watch football religiously. I watch the other football. So it's
Soccer.
the real football, but y'all call it soccer.
Who's your team?
Chelsea. all the way. Which right now it's not doing good, so I'm not gonna go into that. It's been a few sad days lately. Been a sad day in Chelsea land. But yeah, no, I was watching that show, but last year's show was cool. I think they're in season 3 or 4, which after the first 2 seasons, I kind of just lost. I'm just like, it's like, and so when it comes to football, it helped me understand a few more things. But then it's just like it dives into like, you know, those people on an individual level. You know, those because like some of those characters, you know, can't get out of the, you know, the shit that they're going through, and I'm going to jail. And then they talk about it, you know, and it's like, so it's kind of just like very
the football thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
one of them went to jail.
Well, all of them they're in community college because they didn't have the grades to get to like Old Miss or whatever the fuck.
They got kicked out of those big teams, those big schools because of the shit. Like some of them come from like, you know, Ole Miss. Some of them come from Alabama. Some people like come from either
they're just trying to get their grades back.
That's
up
why it's called Last Chance U, because no one else will take them because of some of the offenses that they had.
It's interesting.
He's like, yeah, I was in Alabama. I got like a full scholarship, and then you know. I don't know. I did cocaine on this girl's ass and put it on YouTube. I don't know, some shit like that. You know? Or some probably more offensive. Well, I don't want to say more offensive, but like
I know what you mean.
You know what I mean? Like something that's just,
or whatever.
Yeah, something that's just very more like, you know, crime. You know, crime.
Yeah.
Even though that also is
like illegal.
Yeah.
Well, cocaine off a butthole.
Yeah,
illegal,
I mean,
but I know what you mean.
At that point, it's just like, okay, was she okay with it, or was she for it? That's the part where it's just like, but like it's not
illegal. She didn't want
exactly. So that's that. But yeah, that the other show though, like, Are You the One? Just like it's just interesting seeing people like, oh, you're my match. I can tell it, you know, and then you go into the truth booth and they're just like, you're not the match.
It sounds so gay, dude.
That does sound weird.
Going to the truth booth.
The truth
what
booth.
the fuck are you?
Let's go to the truth booth.
Let's go to the
guys.
truth booth, guy. Oh, you know how to call the room where they're always shagging? The boom boom room.
The boom boom room. We do the boom boom and that feels good.
I don't know. It's just like, it's just been, like you said, it's just been more interesting and entertaining to watch. And I can just shut my brain off. I'm like, I don't need to think.
Dude, we're weird at this point in time. People are weird as hell.
I'm just like,
I'm seeing weird shit on fucking Instagram
Look
now,
at Jackass,
dude. There's like
dude.
memes and shit of some girl like giving a fucking sink faucet a blowjob with the water running. I'm like, what the fuck are people doing now?
I gotta show you guys.
Fucking with me?
Bro, I saw
Is this
something.
a joke?
Bro, you guys might not find this funny because you're not 21
And they pay
years old.
for it. They pay to get on these meme pages with like 6 million followers.
oh
you
my
know?
days.
Look,
It's the weirdest fucking
Dad,
video.
how did you survive the coronavirus? I built a strong immune system from eating ass. Fucking legend.
Dude, there's weird shit.
I thought that was hilarious.
Oh, it's great.
It's so funny.
Like people don't give a fuck.
No, it's just like, it's just about like, I don't
That's
wanna-
funny though. I fuck with that.
No, we be saying these like weird stuff like that. So like,
Yeah.
you know, it's just like, but like, to what he was saying, like the stuff that you seeing online now. Honestly, dude, I don't go on Instagram as much as I used to. Like, I find that if I'm on my phone, I'm either researching about like some shit that pertains to either government or probably 95% of the time is my team. I'm like, okay, what's going on? Who's sick? Who's not playing? Who's injured? Probably sports related, some business, and then probably about some movies coming out, but very seldomly like, I don't know. It's just like Instagram and me is just like,
It's whatever. I use it strategically for
Well,
business
yeah.
stuff. Like I only follow like 300 things. Dude.
Yeah.
Like mad people like follow thousands of fucking.
I'm not gonna lie.
accounts and
I just
shit.
get on Instagram to see models and shit.
no, man,
See, I turn that shit off,
Like,
dude.
I
It's
don't-
fucking distracting.
Like
It
I
is.
don't try and like I'm not interested in other people's lives.
It is.
Yeah.
It is distracting. But to me, I get to the point where I become a consumer to a degree that I'm not doing my own stuff.
Yeah.
And that's the part why I need to cut off Instagram, and that's very much so where
yeah,
I'm
you
at
get
right
lost in that shit.
now. You know, yeah, because I'm like, oh man, that's a cool ass. Because I follow videographers. I'm just like, oh, dude, that's a cool thing. Oh, that's a cool thing. I'm just like, wait, I need to be working on my own stuff. I can't keep watching all this and this. And then it's like, that's why I kind of just got to cut that shit out. You
Just
know?
turn off notifications, bro. You
I
ain't
don't.
fucking
I don't
say-
have
I
any.
turned off all notifications except for like texts.
Yeah, like to me, it's just like that. That's the part where, like, you know, me and like Instagram, I kind of just put that to bed. Or if
Yeah.
he sends me some funny stuff, I'm like, oh, that's funny, and then I'll get reeled in, and then like start looking for stuff.
Yeah, I said some funny.
Yeah,
fucking
like, he
memes,
sent me some
dude.
fun stuff. So
There's some that are just like, what the fuck?
Dude, there's awful shit on
It's
Instagram.
so bad.
Fuck? I kind of want to find one.
It's
Yo.
so bad.
So Terrence, So you came to America in 2010, right?
Mm-hmm.
So is so obviously I've never been to Africa.
Yeah.
I've never been to a lot of different places. But does social media have a presence over there
Oh yeah.
at all like it does here?
Yeah, much so. I mean, obviously, you know, there's like everywhere, everybody's using, you know, Instagram, Twitter, and all that stuff. I'd say the correlation, obviously, because where I grew up, everybody spoke French, so I'd say like a lot of the,
That's awesome.
a lot of the things that people are also following. Don't get me wrong, people follow the stuff that's happening in the States, but like I always tell people, when you live in a third world country, your culture kind of becomes your culture as well as other people's country that are like top notch. So it's like if you live in the like Ivory Coast, yeah, you're, you know, dealing with the stuff from your country, but like everything that comes from the United States or Europe, and in our case would be mostly French, that's what you're impacted by. Like our slang back at home has words from English.
You said shag. I noticed that.
Yeah, well, that's from him. You know,
I see.
don't you say shagging?
I don't say that.
Well,
no.
a lot of more. It's more of like
That's
I've
Austin
heard
Powers,
British people
bro.
say.
Austin Power?
Yeah, that is a British thing.
Yeah. So that's probably from like the. Okay, so
I got my own slang.
yeah, I know you got your own slang.
That's sick though. You're bilingual or trilingual?
Bilingual, the trilingual part is kind of just like slowly weaning off just because I'm not practicing.
If you could speak French though, you could speak Spanish, Italian,
No,
Romanian.
Spanish is there, but it's like I said, I used to always say I can speak 3 languages, but now like I'm not as confident with the Spanish.
Yeah.
So I'll just say
Do
I
a duo,
don't.
man. Just do a duo.
I
Isn't it
know
reggaeton?
I know duo, but it's just like after a while I just got fed up. And I think it's because I need to put it at
You
a
did the easy shit.
exactly.
Dude. You gotta
put
go
it
hard.
I put it at the level I want. I'm like, you know, I want to go over my bases and all that stuff. But like really the basics, I'm like, I'm past the basics. It bores me.
And you just keep learning it over and over, dude. It's so
Bro, you can
annoying.
have conversations with people, I think. Like, you just gotta access that. Or
Yeah,
whatever the fuck. I don't know.
you probably got to go for the Duolingo Plus or
Man,
something.
fuck
So like, but that's kind of like where.
Oh, there's also podcasts too with it.
I
too,
listen.
where they're
I would
listening to
listen to the podcast when I'm like working and like someone's calling and or like it used to be to a point like, you know, I used to work with the, you know, Latino community back in North Carolina. You know, I'd go there and we had the Latino festival. You know, we'd go get a bunch of inflatables, bring it over. So like I was embedded in that thing. And dude, when I tell you, it did so much for my Spanish in the sense that, you know, it made it better. And then when I was on tour, you know, next thing you know, people need something, they're calling me. You know, I'm just like, hey, can you tell this stagehands to go do something? I'm like, sure. And I'm talking to them and then we're figuring it out. So that's honestly like, I'm glad that throughout, even though people are like, yeah, you're never going to do these languages, I've literally used all the languages that I've learned, you know, from school and just in general.
Makes you more valuable.
Oh
man.
yeah, you know, but going
more
back to what
valuable.
you were asking, yeah, social media presence is very big. The slang that we use back home has French, Spanish, and obviously English, and then some other stuff. But like, I was thinking about something. It's like, yo, this is a Spanish word, and we're using it for slang. This is an English word, and we're using it for slang. And so we're very much influenced by those.
Yeah.
And obviously are very aware of, you know, what's current in those different markets. And I can notice it because I see what the game is in terms of rap and music back home. Like the rap game has changed significantly back home. And even the quality of videos from music videos that I'm seeing now are some of them on par with what I'm seeing here. So, you know, yeah, the technology, like I said, things are moving over there. So like I'm seeing the influence and people have a lot more access than, you know.
Some of the fastest growing economies are in like sub-Saharan Africa. I'm pretty
yeah.
sure.
Are they?
Yeah, that's
I mean,
what I've
like,
heard.
they sub-Saharan areas because of their like closer connection to, you know, Europe in general. They're able, and you know, just from trading and even in history,
Yeah.
you know, like they
That
already
Silk Road and whatnot.
yeah, they already had that access, so they're just building off of that. Ultimately, one thing that I'm noticing from them is like they like to not think themselves as Africans. They think themselves as part of Africa, but not really Africans. You know, like when we would have, you know, soccer games against, say, Egypt. You know, we're going to play against them, and they're telling us stuff like, "Oh, go back to your country, go back to Africa."
People forget that Egypt is part of Africa. Like,
And like that's what we're looking at these dudes. I'm just like, what do you mean go back to Africa? You're from here, dude. What the actual freak? So it's like I have like a little bit of a bad blood because of that.
Yeah.
With people from like, Northern Africa, just because of some of the stuff that they would say.
It's so diverse too.
It just baffles me to think that a group, because of the amount of improvement that they have, would think that they're so far superior to others, to the point that they'd be like, talk to you like, oh, you're less than me.
Is it like that? Is there prejudice even in North Africa as well? And like South and North against each other?
There's prejudice within African country, and it's not necessarily as much. It's not necessarily as much within the communities. It's more so like depending on your skin color.
Yeah.
And I don't want to say classism, but like overall,
Sounds like racism.
I would not even that, but it's just like it's more so preferential. So say that you're lighter skin over there, like more than likely some opportunities, and I will say I apply that more with the girls, and I've seen that a lot. If you're a light skinned dude in Africa, you're fucking golden, because all the chick are going to want to bang you. Period. Like you're gonna have that natural attraction immediately because it's different. It looks good, and they're thinking about babies.
There's not a lot of light-skinned guys in Africa.
Yeah, I mean, like everybody's like like me, like or even darker. You know what I mean? So it's like, but if you're a light-skinned dude in Africa, yeah, you're just like going around.
You're Drake over there.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
So it's just like, and that's the thing that I'm seeing. But I don't want to say like to the point of like being in a company that you're affected, but it definitely sweetens the deal a little bit for you, and I think that's where Africa is. Well, I don't want to say Africa. I would just say Ivory Coast because that's the experience that I've had. But also, I haven't been there in 10 plus years. So all these accounts is what I really just remember from that time and my personal experience. And I'm very much looking forward to go back. But every opportunity that I get, it gets, well, let's just say it gets messed up because because it used to be touring. I couldn't go because coronavirus more recently, but I've been trying to go back home for the past 3 years. Wow. And every time I want to go back home, I get another tour. And it's like, hey, we got this tour going on. All right, cool. And I'm gone, and then I get another tour and then I'm gone. And then
what are you doing tour?
Camera operator and video technician.
Awesome. That's really cool.
So that was the gig for the longest. But overall, I couldn't get time off to go. And then now Corona is happening, and I don't think I'll be able to go like for a minute.
You said Ivory's a third world place?
Ivory Coast, yeah.
Well, respect to you, bro.
Yes, sir.
Coming out here and getting it, dude.
No,
That's
I mean,
awesome.
Yeah, it's straight. Like I said, over there, like I don't really talk about Ivory Coast as much as I used to, just because I feel like the accounts that I have are so dated. And I know that the vibe is much different just from like talking a little bit to some people, and even just looking at the maps of like where I used to live. And I'm just like, this wasn't there, this wasn't there, this wasn't there. Oh, there's a road here? Damn. Yeah. Like just little stuff like that. So the vibe has changed for sure.
I have not a theory. I mean, I'm sure other people have thought of this too, but I feel like if like a lot of like the majority of American people had more of the perspective of like people like you that aren't from here, that come over here, that maybe come from a land with like less opportunity, and come here and see what it is. I feel like America would be a much better place.
Oh yeah, I was even having that conversation with my girlfriend, like talking about, I think someone was saying something about America in general. I'm just like, babe, don't get it twisted. America is the best freaking country in the world. Period. I'm just like, because of and like, as much as everybody got their shit that they're dealing with, but it still doesn't change the fact that when you think about opportunity, you don't think about Australia. That's not the first place that comes to mind. You think about America. Now, is that changing? Yes. Just because of the climate of things and how things are evolving. But don't get it twisted. When you come to America, it's the one place that, like if you put the grind and, you're doing your shit, you'll get your part. Period. It's just like, and like a lot of people like to say, you can either, sit there, and that's where I'm a little torn, just because I see what's happening, but you can either let it affect you to the degree that you're not doing anything, or you can do your part and let them realize that, okay, well, this guy's different, and then you'll get yours. You know what I mean? So that's kind of why I stand with the whole thing, like, and the whole issue of race, and like you can't just sit there and wait for people to give you approval or something like that. Do what you got to do. And if something is rigged up against you, well, once you get in a position to showcase it. Tell your story, but it's just like, don't let it just be something that just beats you down, and then don't try to do something about it. Obviously everybody's situation is different.
Well, I think with what you said about like Rigged Up Against You, I think that's why guys like Dr. Dre and like Kanye and P. Diddy are like so freaking successful, because they've like, from the areas they've come from, they've had to like work twice as hard, and it's like as soon as they started making that money, they were still, the ones working their asses off in overdrive.
Yeah.
And that's why they're at the fucking 1%.
Well, you put in it all comes down to put in the time, and at the end of the day, I don't want to say that there is a formula, but in a sense there is. You just got to work your ass off, and then at some point,
Sure.
At one point you'll either, if it comes down to luck, then luck will do its part. But as long as you're staying consistent, and consistent's the key word here,
and getting better.
Yeah,
it comes down to like the worst thing about excuses is that they are valid.
Yeah, no,
you lost your parents, or like something very bad happened.
Wow, that's
it doesn't. It doesn't.
Interesting way to look
like
at
are you gonna let it beat you, or are you still gonna overcome it? Dylan had a friend who lived under a fucking bridge. His dad was out of a job. His mom was on drugs. He still went to RPI, like the best tech school in the fucking country or some shit. Like, you can do it.
Yeah,
gotta want it.
You have to want it.
And that's the thing, all those things that that go through my brain is just like you said, excuses. The part about excuses that suck is that they're valid. Just being able to break down that barrier and kind of just keep going against that grain. And even on those days that you're not able to, just, to me, like, sometimes a thought just counts, because sometimes you're not always going to win. Some days will be better than others, at least the way I look at it. And to some degree, and this is mostly applied to my personal scenario, because I'm figuring stuff out 100%. I'm like, but like, to me, it's just like, okay, well, you do what you can and you make the best out of it,
And don't compare yourself to other people. Like, your journey will be different than somebody else's.
Yeah. That's the biggest realization right there, man.
Like, you're probably dealing with way more shit than I am.
Especially right now with this little thing right here, social media
and stuff.
Dude, people are like always in this judgmental, like comparing you to me.
Yeah,
like,
just like,
well, I should be doing that.
Yeah,
but they're showing you the best 10 seconds of their 10 days.
Yep. No one's showing you the whole hour that goes into it. Like I was somewhat listening to this podcast when I was driving, talking about the definition of success and how success is really defined by only the top 1%, or like whoever is actually successful. And that, like,
it depends on what your definition is.
Well, no, the definition of success is different, but like we all know what success looks like. To what I'm trying to say is just like, success is the person that got money, the person that does this, but then the part where you can get over that is, like you said, if how you define success. If you only view it as something that, has already been defined for you, then you have a problem, because then you're depressed all the time. Because, that's the thing. But if you come to terms with what success means to you and be like, well, I don't need this. Like me, for instance, I don't need $8 trillion or whatever. My definition of success has always been associated with having a house. That's always been a thing, which I've done, and then at this point now, it's just wanting to be in a spot to where I'm comfortable enough to do what the shit that I want to do without thinking about it.
Just a little financial freedom.
Yeah, financial freedom.
Absolutely.
But, like, I'm also thinking about the creative freedom, or like, where I want to be, in a sense, as an entrepreneur, or like my own business. And that's the part, to me, where the financial freedom, may take a little kickback, because, creative success and financial success a lot of times don't go hand in hand, at least not in the beginning stages of it.
There's a guy, and I totally agree, there's a guy you guys should listen to or watch. He's got a YouTube channel. It's called Valuetainment. You mentioned entrepreneur stuff. He is from Iran.
Okay.
Like, grew up like getting bombed, crazy shit, and ended up moving over here, or he was in like foster care in Germany, and then finally made it over here. Like, just like terrible like upbringing.
Yeah.
And he joined the military and whatnot, and then got out or whatever. But he's, gotten to be worth like millions or whatever. And he started this channel where he'll, interview people like your boy that does the speaking. What's his name? The guy that's real good at speaking. Most famous speaker of all time. makes so much
Gary Vee.
money.
No, not Gary.
Like those guys, Tony Robbins
Yeah,
type
that dude.
people?
Like he like interviews people like that, Jordan Peterson.
Oh, okay, I got you.
You know,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
Ben
yeah.
Shapiro, like, and also like like he interviews people on left, right, you know,
Yeah.
front, like just everybody,
Everybody.
like with some kind of financial like
Advice,
advice
yeah.
or whatever, and like entrepreneurial advice. It's really cool.
It's a valuetainment.
Valuetainment.
Okay.
I think you guys would get something out of it though.
It's interesting.
I'm always on freaking YouTube. That's probably like now when I'm not on Instagram, I'm on YouTube.
I spend the most time on YouTube.
Really?
Dude, like I probably should just get YouTube TV.
Yeah.
Like honestly, but I don't want to. Just
I'm
because.
in and out on it, dude. I mostly listen to podcasts like at the gym and shit
Yeah.
because it's the only time I really
I've been
have.
falling asleep listening to Jordan Peterson. He's a clinical psychologist.
It's probably our modern day Seneca.
Yeah.
Like he's fucking
Who is it?
genius. Modern day Seneca, like Plato people, like Plato.
Dude, yeah, this guy.
He's a brilliant
He came up with one of my favorite
Thomas
sayings.
Peterson?
Jordan B. Peterson.
Jordan B. Peterson.
He's a Canadian professor, but he said this phrase. It's like forever one of my favorite things. That I just heard it like last week, but he said, "Strong men create peaceful times. Peaceful times create weak men. Weak men create bad times. And then bad times create strong men. It's that cycle.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's like, which cycle are we in right now?
Yeah, yeah.
I think we're in the weak men
Yeah.
phase.
This is the chaotic time,
Yeah.
but the strong people will come from this time
Yeah.
and create the
Kind of like a
how many
Bane from Batman.
Yeah.
Wait, what is it? Hold on,
I know what you're talking about.
Hold on, shit. Victory has cost you your strength. Oh wait, no. Wait, fuck! I remember it too. I was really good at doing it. Yeah, victory has defeated you. Yeah, I nailed
You kind of have the
Bane
Bane look
voice.
to it.
Oh yeah, I fuck
funny.
with Bane, dude. That movie was awesome.
But
you
yeah,
love
it's
that movie.
just some of the things he says. Like one thing he said is he's all about like, you know, of course, naturally a lot of his audience is young men, just because like
In that little boost.
yeah,
no.
and YouTube
Yeah.
as well as predominantly male audience.
Yeah.
He's got
So-
that book too, the 12 Rules of Life.
So that's
that-
a goal, or that's just a given. But one thing he says too is like he talks a lot about, about thinking that a lot of the reason for unhappiness is a lack of responsibility. Lack of taking up certain responsibilities on yourself can make you depressed if you're not taking up responsibilities and feeling like you're accountable
It's
to
purpose,
something.
dude. It comes down to purpose.
Yep.
One thing he said that I really connected with is he was like, at the end of the day, you have to figure this out. And I'm going to botch this. I'm not going to word it right. But I love this, dude.
It's all good. We botch shit up all the time.
He says, like as a man, you can be one of two people. You can be, the son at your father's funeral that is just in complete emotional turmoil. That no one can rely on, that it just shakes your whole world and,
Is it still recording because it's ringing?
Yeah, it is. You can be, at your...
Yeah, save that. Press done.